Hello, and welcome to our half-century episode, which is episode 50 of the screen. Right? It is 50. Is it 50,
Yeah,
49?
yeah.
Okay.
For 50.
There goes that intro anyway. Welcome to this Creation Podcast. I'm your host, Connor.
And I'm Rodrigo. Yeah, you started very, on the ball and then kind of backtracked a little bit.
Oh, I didn't backtrack, just shut down.
Yeah, that's fair.
Memory isn't as what it used to be at 21 years of age.
Yeah. Sure, look, you're old now. What can we do?
Getting there. But what's not getting old is the slight lack of things happening every now and again. But this is in TV, especially. There's not much.
Yeah, it was quite one this time around for sure.
But we got some other things in the rest. So let's just go on TV, shall we?
Yeah, sure.
TV.
Yeah, what do you have?
You lied, so I'm going to assume you said, what do I have? I have
I did.
in-person event that's ahead of the final Attack on Titan season.
Okay. You haven't seen Attack on Titan?
No, I have not, but I am
Okay.
willing to admit it is one of the most famous, if not the most famous. That's going to get a lot of people glaring at me.
Yeah.
Anime ever. So the part one,
Arguably.
the season 2 has been divided into two parts. Part 1 aired in March 2021,
Mm-hmm.
and now part 2 is going to be here on the 9th of January in 2022. So we already have a release date for it.
Yeah.
The anime has been running since 2013, so it's been spanning a good few generations, almost 10 years in total. And it's finally going to come to an end. But they are going to hold an in-person event where I'm not even going to try and pronounce that word. Oh, wait, no, that's not that difficult. The Kawaguchi Comprehensive Cultural Center. Holy shit. In November 14th. So
What's that? What are they doing though?
there's going to be guest appearances from all the main character voice actors. So like Eren, Mikasa, and Armin. People who watch it will know who I'm talking about.
Okay.
It's not exactly known what this event will entail, but there's definitely references to like performances and such like that. I can't read Japanese, so don't know what that tweet says.
They might screen like the first episode maybe.
Oh, very possibly. But what I do like about it is just how mysterious this is, because we always,
Yeah.
actually not always, but the past few episodes, or especially when we talk about What If, we hate how people will tell you what's going to happen. We hate when people
Yeah.
say, this is what's going to be released. So this being a big mystery, it's definitely going to be interesting.
Yeah, definitely, and like you touched on, like Attack on Titan, and this season has just been so anticipated. Oh well, it's part 2 of the season, isn't it? I think that's what they're doing. They split
Yeah,
into,
it's the
like,
second
two
part.
parts. Yeah, so like people have been waiting for this for a while now. So I say the hype around for this event and the release is just insane in that community at the moment.
Oh yeah, because the first season was huge. It was absolutely massive. Then season 2 and 3 was big, but I don't think it was as big as season 1 was. And I was speaking to a few people who watched it. They were kind of like, yeah, we watched season 2 and 3, it was grand, but it kind of fell. They lost a bit of interest as it went on. But season 4 really was the big return of a lot
Yeah.
of their fan base, and a lot of people, even new people, started getting into it because of this. Especially, again, it was released in March 2021, and we were still in lockdown at that point, so it's probably the best point to release an absolutely massive anime like
Yeah.
that. So that obviously brought a load of people back into that universe, and new people into that universe as well. So this is going to be bloody massive.
It's gonna be it's gonna be insane, and I can only imagine the pressure for this to be good.
Oh yeah.
You know, like this has to be good. You know, the hype and everything. There's a lot riding on it, but I guess the good thing is that it is based off something. Like it is
Yeah.
based off a manga, so as long as you stick to the popular, obviously because it's a very popular manga, as long as you stick to it, you can't really go wrong. You know?
No, in fairness, like it's not like Game of Thrones in this instance where the books were behind the series.
Yeah.
They couldn't keep up, and the series went off the rails after they went off the books. So it's not like that. I think the way they have it timed is that as soon as the last book is released, the last episode gets aired, which is an
Okay.
incredible way of like an incredibly fitting end for a massive series like that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool
Um,
actually to be able to finish it all at the
mm,
same time.
I'm pretty because I think at the moment the manga is a little bit ahead of the series, so there's obviously still spoilers, but I think that's the way it's going. So I think they're in direct connection with the manga artists and stuff like that. So I still think that's really cool. If that's still what's going to happen, I'm not sure if it still is. I'm not sure if like the
Mm.
delay, anime stuff because of COVID is gonna push that on a little further. I think it is. I'm not 100% sure, but for the moment, or from what I remember anyway, that's how it's going to end up. I could be wrong. No idea.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty
But if
cool.
they, yeah, from back then, that's still a really cool way of ending off one of the most popular and well-known series.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of people do claim this to be the best anime of
Which
all
is,
time.
which is
It,
a statement.
that is a statement because there's a lot of good ones out there. So it is a statement. But they do say that like there isn't really that much like filler in this, and like
True.
it's kind of just it all kind of canon and like really sticks to the plot. And like you said, 2 and 3 are really good, but like they weren't quite as like the level of 1 and maybe 4. So
Mm.
maybe with the lack of those two, not a lot. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying comparing wise, they're not up to the standard. But I don't know. There's so many animes, and like people will claim it, and then there'll be fucking Naruto fans and One Piece fans, and they'll be like, "No, it's us." And so, yeah, it's very difficult.
Yes. Now, what about the other giant anime that's celebrating a milestone?
A massive one, yeah. One Piece have teased their 1,000th episode. Just saying that is
What the fuck?
absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Like 1,000 episodes of one running show is insane.
If I was to type in just series, okay, I have to do this with one hand because the microphone that I'm using, with 1,000. Oh shit, with 1,000 episodes. I wonder, like, how many of these are going to be anime, if not all of them. What the fuck was that? Um, the guy.
He currently has a shocked face. I don't know quite what he's reading, but I'm guessing we're gonna find out soon.
I no what no. Wow, this doesn't wake. What in the fuck?
Go on, go on.
The guiding light, which is the second one, by the way.
Okay.
Um, wait, this is of 70. Did these increase? Or are these going down? Oh no, yeah. So the second most is the guiding light with 15,762 episodes. Can you look up what the
That's
guiding light is?
yeah. I'll look it up. That's insane. Uh,
This
it's
doesn't
a
seem right. Oh, the Price is Right is obvious.
it's a soap opera
What?
that ran from oh my god,
1952 to 2009.
yeah. That's a lot of years.
That's a lot of episodes.
That's
How?
nearly 50 years of consistent releasing. That's insane.
What the fuck?
That there is 72 seasons of this show.
72 seasons?
Yeah. Each like season 5, the last season had 181 episodes in it alone.
How long are the episodes?
I don't fucking know. How long would they be?
If they're not like 2 minutes long, what in the fuck?
They are about 30.
What?
About 35 to 45 minutes each.
What?
That's insane. Yo, that is absolutely crazy.
It must be like remakes. There's no way it's just. It's, it's still going, is it?
No,
Or
no,
is
I
it
think
no,
it's
it
stopped.
must. Yeah. Sorry, there's another show that's and counting. What?
Guess how long it would take you to watch this show.
I'm gonna go with like
I
4
want
years.
days. I want days. Days. Give me days.
No.
If you watch it 24/7.
I'm gonna go with 1200.
591 days and 1 hour. That is
and 1 hour.
that is nearly 2 full years of just it's not that it's close enough to the 2 years of just consistently watching this show, and then that is fucking crazy.
I love when you
But
type in the show, it comes up, why did Guiding Light get cancelled? Reason behind the cancellation of Guiding Light? Long run of Guiding
'Cause
Light
it's
was put to an
massive.
end due to the frequent decline in ratings over the 400 episodes that came out within like this decade? Or last
Yeah.
decade.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
This is
This is-
fucking crazy.
It's like...
What? So from the beginning of the show
Uh-huh.
till 1968, each episode was 15 minutes. Okay?
15, okay.
And then from 68 to 77,
Mhm.
they bumped it up to 30 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
Okay? And then from 1977 all the way to the end of the show, they bumped it up to 60 minutes. Oh. That is 30 years of 60-minute episodes.
Fucking hell.
Oh,
What the-
that is crazy.
I mean, Guiding Light must... Okay, don't show me anything then. Oh, that's... That actually... Sorry, there's one show that has more.
Oh boy.
It's a German show called Sandmännchen, which I think is Sand Women, or... I don't know what sand means, but yes, Sand Women. It's genre, it's animated, it's from Germany, it's 61 seasons, has 22,200 episodes, and started in November 1959 and is currently still in production. 22,200 episodes over 61 fucking seasons. Now I guess this is an animated one, so it's a... Would that take longer or shorter to produce than a fucking soap opera?
Probably. I don't know. Like they're very different because to animate 22,000 episodes is insane. Is absolutely insane because you gotta animate scene for scene. But with a soap opera, you kind of just have one of those half set kind of things, and you kind of just film. Oh my god, that's insane!
What the 22,000, and then the next one is like 7,000 episodes less. That's just how much that fucking show, how many episodes that fucking show has.
Oh god, I mean we're out here fucking saying One Piece is long.
Oh,
It is,
yeah.
but that's insane.
Okay, Sandman. Oh, it's actually translating to Little Sandman, which didn't really make sense to me. Oh, it's stop motion.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That can't be possible too.
That's crazy. Wait, how
What?
long did it run for?
No, it's still running, Rod. It's still going.
When did it start?
In 1959, Rod, I said all this. In
I
1959.
know. I just can't remember the date. Oh my god.
It's stop motion.
For those who don't know who stop motion is, it basically is like, if you ever seen like Wallace and Gromit, something like that. Like they have like Play-Doh or something, and they move each frame for frame and take pictures and then put the pictures on top of each other and play them really quickly.
If you really want to see what stop motion is, look, just type in stop motion iCarly. That is the best example
that's actually
of
good.
not only what stop motion is, but how it can go wrong.
Yeah. No, it is absolutely crazy. Like, the Lego movie was stop motion for the most part. And that was crazy.
Yeah.
For most of the close-up scenes, it was.
Mm.
Oh, that is fucking crazy.
Nah. What the fuck? Like, how long are they?
They must only be like 25 to 30 minutes, surely.
I'd be surprised. There's even a fucking... He's featured in the movie. Oh, that's where I recognize it from. Wait, the German user what the fuck?
How? Okay, let's look past the stop motion. Let's look past the time to run this. How do they have 22 plus thousand original like storylines? Like, how were they able to continue this for 22,000 episodes? And by the looks of it, fucking keep people interested, because that shit is still going. Like, that is crazy. I can't get over that.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to see like how long. No, you dumb computer. I'm trying to look up the more important one than Neil Gaiman's Sandman, which is, for the love of God, a series we can't discuss this episode because we've done every episode past 2 weeks. I can't see how long an episode is.
One sec.
But there's not like a small amount of things to animate in this. There's a crowd of stop motion things in one of these shots.
And like, okay, nowadays you could probably like stop motion. You still have to do the stop motion, but you can animate a little bit on the side. A couple of the things, but like back in the day, like back in 1959, everything had to be like proper only stop motion. Like, there was no like editing behind the scenes going on.
Okay, this is a little bit better. They're 10 minutes long, and they're like the Good Night like show for kids, like that come up at about 6:50 p.m. for like really young kids that go to bed around that time. So
Okay.
they're only 10 minutes, but like still, just to animate 10 minutes with stop motion.
10 minutes is a bit better, I guess.
But still 22,000.
It is.
Where's my phone? I have to do calculations on that shit. It probably won't take as long to watch Guiding Light, but it'll take a shit ton.
That is fucking crazy.
So, oh shit. 2230. Oh god. Whoops. So that's a shit ton of minutes. That's over 200,000 minutes.
Divided by 60.
Yep.
And then divided by 24.
24. That's still 154 days.
That is a lot.
A year.
Yeah, it's not as long as the other one.
Guiding
But
Light,
no, but that's like proper, like full on show. But like 22,000, that's insane. That's crazy.
We're sorry.
That's really impressive.
We started this talking about the absolute milestone that is 1,000 episodes for anime, and then Germany goes, "Oh, that far back? Yeah."
Hold my beer.
Exactly. Yeah, hold my beer. That's probably the most accurate representation of that meme.
Yeah, that's insane. Now, the quality of this TV shows, we'll never know, because I'll tell you one thing: we're definitely not going to watch them.
No.
But we can speak on the quality of One Piece. That
Yes,
is pretty
okay.
good.
It is.
It is pretty good. for the most part anyway. And in fairness, they don't have an insane amount of filler. I have looked up filler guides. I've looked up filler guides, and in fairness, they don't, like, it's not as bad as like the original Naruto. That like after like fucking 120 episodes, all the way to the end of the original show was just filler. Only the last episode was canon. So that was like insane. But yeah, I guess congrats on 1,000 episodes. But
sorry for undermining your achievement.
You're nowhere near the top. I apologize.
So
I mean,
far.
hey, you claimed the longest running anime though, so there's that. Hey, you got that under your belt, but you're probably not even top 100 most like longest running shows.
No,
that's crazy. I'll never get over that now.
I would. Yeah. That phrase is probably an indication of just how many shows. Because we're also taking the daytime shows and like talk shows and shit like that. There's a shit ton of them that's over 1,000 as well. So
yeah,
this is the longest running anime at least, so we can give them that.
Yeah, like, and I would like to know if, especially the Guiding Light, was that like one full story from start to finish?
No, it must be different shit going on.
Because like the synopsis is just the show takes place in a fictional midwestern town of Springfield and centered the middle class.
Are you reading the synopsis of Guiding Light or The Simpsons?
Yeah, they're the same. Oh my god, it's The Simpsons. No, but yeah.
Yeah.
This is fucking crazy. And the fact that they have a 6.4 rating on IMDb is actually quite decent, because you think
that's
for something
average.
That's average, so that's pretty good. Like,
if you but like if you were to, that's I guess in like probability and statistics basis, if you were to have that many things and have random numbers generated throughout the entire thing, you would get that number. That's just a math equation. It's not even a rating system anymore where you get to that level. It's just, alright, no matter what we do. Like, if you were to rate the next episode of it, if it was still going, like a 1, it wouldn't make a difference.
It wouldn't make a difference.
I just want to mention on the flip side of it. On the flip side, which was the shortest running TV series of all time, or at least TV show, was Turn On in 1969. The series was cancelled. And now again, this is from 1969. The two longest running shows were from the 50s, so this is when TV was in its full swing.
Peak.
Yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely going for it. In 1969, the series was cancelled before the first episode finished.
Not just one episode.
Not even one. It wasn't. The episode didn't even finish before they were like, cut it,
cut it, stop. Go to commercial. Oh, that is insane. And I think the craziest part here with the Guiding Light, I'm looking at the cast, and this has organized it for me from who has been in the most episodes. Right, out of 15,000 episodes, what do you think the highest episode count for one character is?
I'm gonna guess like 300, because that wouldn't be too far off if you look at even current day.
So you think the highest is 300?
Yeah.
You are so wrong.
Okay.
The highest on this is a person called Kim Zimmer, and she played from 1983 to 2009, and she was in 1,887 episodes of this show.
That's not as bad as I thought it could be.
It could have been a lot worse.
Like a 5,000 in there somewhere, but okay.
Yeah, no. In fairness, when I saw 15,000 episodes, like, someone must have been on this for like 10,000 episodes. So 1,000 isn't as bad. But like, it's still to the dedication to be on a show for that many episodes is absolutely insane.
Yeah. Hang on. Okay, my dad just started randomly playing music, so I just want to check.
I can't hear it, but
Okay, you can't hear it because I don't want to get a copyright strike because it's fucking classical music. I'm sure we're okay. If so, we're not having an episode this week. Yeah, okay.
I'm sure we're okay. Yeah.
But like, I want to know how much these people were paid per episode. Because if you look at Zach Braff and Scrubs, that's the only one off the top of my head. Each episode he was in was like $350,000.
Yeah.
Per episode for that man. So like, imagine being that person who was in 1,000 episodes, and you got paid $350,000 each. Fucking imagine.
Oh, that's crazy. I'm trying to see if we can find something on it.
That's 350 million.
Nah. Is it?
And that's just being what?
360 million.
If you were to multiply 350,000 by 1,000, yeah.
Oh my god.
I know. It wouldn't be that much. Like, even if it was fucking by like fucking, even if it was like 10,000 per episode, it's 3.5. Oh, hang on. Did I misread that immensely?
Maybe.
I think I did. I 100%. Oh no, sorry. No, I miscalculated. Sorry, no, because I did some shit. Yeah, because if you got to pay 10,000 for it, it's just 10 million.
It looks like they were not paid great.
Read the room, Dad. Read the fucking room. You can hear me talk. I know you can. Not paid great. I wouldn't be surprised. The entire country would go bankrupt if they were well paid.
Yeah, like they're if they did 1 year, they only got 135,000 a year for like that year.
Only.
Yeah, I say only. And then like,
if
you were on it for 5 years, it went up to 260 a year, and then 10 plus years it went up to 400,000. So like, it never actually.
So. Wait. Okay. So wait, what was the 10-year one?
400,000
per year.
Per year, yeah.
In each of those, so in 10 years, you got like paid 400 grand per year.
Yeah. So if you're on the show for 10 plus years, like the second year, 10th year comes in, they're like, bam, you're on 400k now.
So that woman who was on for 1,000 episodes, who went from 89 to 2009, was it? Or 2007?
Yeah, 86 2009, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so she went from beyond 10 years, it was 20 years. So for 10 years, after that's not including the first 10, so for 10 years, she made 400 grand a year.
Yeah. For 10
Not
years.
well paid, you say.
Yeah, but this says this says
Holy
the general idea.
shit.
Soap operas are only guaranteed 1 to 3 days, but like she was guaranteed a lot of other days. So like that is insane.
Oh yeah.
That is for reference. I believe 4 million in 10 years. But in fairness, her net worth is I'm gonna say only, right? But it is only 6 million.
Oh.
Which isn't a lot.
Damn it.
What?
You're lagging to fuck, so you may want to repeat what you just said to me.
Oh, I said that her net worth is only 6 million,
She doesn't
and I
spend
say
money, so
I say only, right, but it is only 6 million. Like for the
her
amount
net
of
worth is
episodes
2,000.
she was on. Look at you. Well, your net worth is all your assets, so it's actually a bit more.
Oh, that PC doubles it.
Yeah. Plus, like, yeah, all your other stuff, Xboxes,
Look, we're running out of
TVs.
time here. Stop dragging this up.
All right, yeah, let's move on. We didn't have anything on TV, and we somehow managed to talk about the longest running TV
I
show of
had
all
one
time.
other thing, but I got so intrigued in the other things I completely forgot about what it was. So
I
yeah,
had
talk
something
games.
too, but that was crazy. But anyway, let's
Yeah,
move on. Games? Is that what you said?
games. Yeah.
Well, this week, well, it was last week actually. DC Fandom occurred, and we got two trailers for two of their games that are coming out.
Oh, cool.
One being Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League.
Oh yes.
It was a good trailer. It was a funny trailer. The penguins in it actually.
Oh.
Um,
Oh
in
yeah,
that
yeah.
game now. Um, I mean, it looks all right. I still not convinced on it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
No, I'm a bit more convinced.
but I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good. But
Yeah.
I'm yet to be convinced on that.
I'm more
Um,
convinced about this one than the other one you're about to mention.
but I'm the other way. I'm more convinced on Gotham Knights
Mm.
than I am with the other one. I wasn't convinced on Gotham Knights at all. I wasn't excited for whatever, and then we got a story trailer, and it really just got me super excited for it. So the story basically is, it takes place in obviously in Gotham, after the death of both Batman and Jim Gordon. So they're both dead, and Batman leaves a message saying that like they need to take over and blah blah blah, and like save the city or whatever. And we are then introduced to the Court of Owls, which is a very
Right.
interesting side of the comics. So finally, like you said, we're finally getting something for the Court of Owls, and it just looks both amazing and fucking terrifying. Um, and I'm just really excited for it. The only downside that I could see with this game is how it's gonna work with what character you play and things like that. Like, do you get to just choose one and go for it, or can you change in and out? Like, I'm not sure how that's gonna work.
Mm. My biggest thing about this game is now that they brought in the Court of Owls, they're not going to bring them in. They're either, sorry, I was all over the place there. They're either going to use them only for the next few games and never fucking use any other um, enemy or whatever for the next few games, or they're never going to use Court of Owls again, and we're just going to go back to random other enemies that okay should definitely be explored. But the Court of Owls is one of the most interesting ones. It's way more interesting than the League of Shadows, even though the League of Shadows fucking controls them. But Court of
Yeah,
Owls is so much better. It's so cool, and it's never been touched upon. It's been hinted at, sure, but like, um, the only proper like live action one to date I could think of is probably in a few other animated shows. But like the Court of Owls in Gotham is unreal. It really shows just how cold those bitches can be, and
oh
really
yeah,
just like this is what the Court of Owls is. So the fact that it's in that and that we never seen it again is annoying to me. So if they do the same thing with this game and never bring them back in, because like say what you will about Gotham Knights, my issue is that it's not Batman fighting the Court of Owls. I
yeah,
would want Batman to fight them. I would want like a really intimate, detailed story, like watching Batman fight or take on the Court of Owls rather than a co-op four-player beat 'em up take on the Court
yeah,
of Owls.
yeah. I guess the only probably upside
That's why I'm not
is
convinced.
that Yeah, I say the upside of this is that by the looks and sounds of it, the Court of Owls are the ones that killed Batman.
which is
So,
cool.
which is cool. So maybe while playing it, we'll have some sort of like, obviously, like Batman games are usually detective games, so we might have some like picking up clues, and then we get some sort of flashback to Batman fighting the Court of Owls and getting killed. So we probably will see Batman fight him, but it just won't be us
Hmm.
being the ones that fight Batman, which is kind of fills the void a little bit, but not a lot, you know.
It won't fill the void at all for me.
Yeah, but I was definitely not convinced at the beginning when this was announced. I definitely am more convinced now. Now the only thing is, how is it gonna work with character choosing? If you pick one, do you have to stick with it, or can you flip in and out, or
Mm.
like, I don't know how it's gonna work. And obviously this is going to be 4-player co-op, um, because there's 4 of them. So how is that gonna work?
I just wonder how hard it's going to be. If it's a four-player co-op, they're either going to upscale enemies, meaning if you want to play on your own, it's going to be harder, or
Yeah,
they're going to downscale the enemies and flood you with enemies, and then it's just going to be like, what's it called? Um, Divinity of Sin or some shit like that. I can't remember what it's called. It's
mm.
just going to be some massive hack and slash, just beat the shit out of hordes and hordes of like a populace of enemies. You can't even call them a group at this point. So like,
Yeah.
I do want to see a little bit. I would probably wait until gameplay comes out to really make a proper, just
Mm.
like deduction on this. But like, it just comes down to just how difficult is the game going to be when it comes out? Is it going to be a whole, um, like, because it feels that they want to create a Batman Arkham series for multiplayer, which
Kind of, yeah.
really like my draw to that game is again how intimate it is with the main character
Yeah.
and how it's your game and your style that you go with. Well, not really your style, but it's your pace that you go with. So with
For the
this,
most part, yeah.
it's going to be. I fear is it's going to be really really linear. Is it? Oh, it's just going to be an arena fighter. Really, you get plopped into a fucking big old little arena. Hordes of enemies come at you. You beat them up, and then you fight a boss. If that's what that's going to be, that's why I'm really holding back on
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, if it is something like that, yeah, it will be kind of shitty. But yeah, like, we just need to know how the whole co-op thing is gonna work.
Hmm.
Because like you said, is it just
That's
gonna
why
be
I'm
like,
looking
because there's
forward.
4 of us, they're just gonna be like tens and thousands of enemies, or is it gonna be that they're more difficult? I don't know. I don't know. 4 is too much, I think, for that
That's why I'm
type of
looking more
game.
forward to the Suicide Squad movie. Not movie. I already did look forward to that and saw it twice. Um, that's why I'm looking forward more so to the Suicide Squad game because the extravagance of those enemies, of those characters, and the absolute mania that is going to be that story makes more
Yeah.
sense to have hordes of fuckers running at you. It makes more sense to have a load more, just like, because you can kill them then. You can literally like just take guns, explosives. You can eat them as King Shark, all this type of shit.
Yeah.
It makes more. It's a lot more. It's a lot less limited to what you can do with those characters because
Yeah.
they will literally disintegrate a few of them. But with the 4 people here, I know you got a Red Hood, but I have a feeling they're going to do the bullshit thing that he fires rubber bullets. Yes, the Arkham Knight Batmobile fires rubber bullets in the form of a fucking tank shell. But look,
Yeah.
here we are, not
Mm.
killing people apparently.
Yeah. But by the
So
looks of the trailer, it looks like the Court of Owls have some sort of like zombie esque um, thing. So like, maybe they're okay with killing the zombies because they're not actually people. But
what did you just say to me?
why? What's wrong?
The Court of Owls,
Yeah.
the shadowy overlords of Gotham City,
Yeah.
the people who control it, who are seen in or who are shown in Gotham for controlling the crime bosses and
Mhm.
literally instituted the building and destruction of the city in
Yeah.
multiple generations, have risen zombies.
It looks like zombie-esque people because they're crawling and stuff, and there's hordes of them. You just need to watch the trailer and you know what I mean.
Oh, I don't know if I want to anymore. That's not what I wanted from the Court of Owls at all.
I did watch it a week ago. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I do think it looked like zombies anyway.
Again, that makes sense with the Suicide Squad.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess just watch it later and let me know if I'm correct or incorrect.
Yeah, no, I'll watch it. That looks ridiculous.
Yeah, but anyway, we'll see that when that we get more on that, I guess.
Yeah.
But do you have anything for games there?
Probably the half fuck you, half oh this is cool. That's really after coming out is the release of the definitive editions of GTA trilogy, the remasters.
That has come out.
Well, it's gotten the release and it's gotten trailers. Please tell
Okay.
me you've seen the trailers at least.
I haven't, no.
Have you seen any screen? How do you turn on your phone?
I haven't seen. I didn't even hear about this.
They're everywhere. How have you not seen it?
I don't know. You talk about it. I'm gonna go watch a little snippets of all of them.
So they've literally just like last episode I think we mentioned that this was announced that it's going to be a remaster of them, and we kind of half sincerely said, "Oh, if they're going to make it like GTA 5, it's going to look absolutely incredible." Didn't believe it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But from what I see there, they literally just got the originals and then just reskinned them and obviously toned up the frame rate and all that type of stuff. Maybe refine the game mechanics so you still have the old feel. But my issue isn't really okay. It isn't that it's my issue isn't that it just looked like GTA 5. I don't care about that. I knew there was no way in hell they were going to get to that point because they'd have to literally make the games from the ground up and it wouldn't be the originals. My issue is that it's literally just I don't like the art style.
Yeah, I'm looking at it here. It kind of sticks to the same art style for some things and then completely different for other things.
It's a bit. It doesn't.
Like it looks good. Like,
oh yeah, we can't say it doesn't look good, but I'm just not a fan of it.
Yeah, it looks weird. I don't know how to feel about that. Like, that's kind of what I was expecting them to do anyway, because there's not much you can do other than just really just touch it up and make it look nicer and more to today's standard of games. But it is very weird. It is just weird because like people are weird in it. They've changed the style of people. Yeah, because like the surroundings, they've just made them a little nicer. I mean, a building you can make look nicer, sticking to the same art style. But a person, like they were very like,
they're very polygonal.
Like, yeah, that's the word. Yeah, and now they're very not. You know, they're actually like
they have the same animations, but they have the same proportions, which I guess is my main issue. They have the exact same proportions. I'm like, oh, some of those don't look right. Like, it definitely hits the uncanny valley. It's definitely like, oh, you're trying to do it that way, but it's just not enough fake looking to make me go, okay. And it's not real looking to make me go, oh, okay. It's in that nice uncanny valley. It makes me go, oh, this is weird.
Yeah. This comment here is actually quite good. It says the characters now look cartoonish. You know, they look cartoonish. Like they look like they're part of like an animated series or something, which is very true.
Yeah, that's because okay, if you've grown up with the GTA series, and obviously you've gone from like 3 upward, let's say, like playing that series back then, it was like, okay, this is groundbreaking because this is what the technology allows us to do nowadays. This is what technology allows us to do now. And now, when you got to 2013, for the past almost 10 years, we have just been playing the real, not hyper realist, but the super realistic looking GTA 5. So that's the GTA that's now been ingrained in our minds. Even GTA 4 looked a lot better and even had that kind of like more real feel to the world. But now the proportions of the characters look so cartoonish and unusual. It's not going to have the same feel as the old ones or as the original versions of the game. It's just going to feel rubbery, I guess. It's the only word I can think of when I see it. It just looks rubbery, I guess. Just not correct.
Yeah. But what's interesting here is everyone is super excited for this.
That's the other weird thing.
Yeah, everyone is so happy about this. Like everyone is like so happy that they're able to play it on current consoles. They'll be able to play them again and stuff. I guess it's targeted to the what's it called, the older generation, the people that originally played these games when they came out. I don't think it'd be targeted to the new generation and us. I don't
it's kind
think
of
so.
in between. Yeah, we're in an interesting form or situation where we're between. We were alive before GTA. Sorry, no, that's not. We started playing GTA around with San Andreas before GTA 5 came out. And there was going to be a new generation of people who were playing just GTA 4, maybe, GTA 5 and maybe GTA 4. So, we're in the interesting, era where GTA 4 was out and we could play it then. But we're not too new that GTA 5 is the only experience we had at it. So, I played San Andreas and I love San Andreas. So looking at now after playing San Andreas and 5, I'm like, I'll be interested to see my brother thinks, because he hasn't played that much of 5. He's obviously played the campaign. He hasn't played multiplayer. Like GTA, I think is the game I have the third most hours in. GTA Online especially. So looking at the originals, I would prefer to play the literal original version of it and just play that rather than this. However, my absolute just beast of achievements that could come with this might sway my opportunity, my mentality with this, because I am in an achievement hunting fucking form right now. Thank you, Far Cry 6. But I would still prefer the originals, looking at least, just because it gives me more of a nostalgic feeling. But I don't know. I'd be interested to see what older fans of the series think about it.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But it's weird because they're also releasing the new GTA 5 for next gen.
So
I still don't know what it is, but now we're getting remastered of the trilogy, and then a remastered of the 5th one. And it's just kind of like, if you were to put all this effort into making a new one, we'd have GTA 6 now.
Yeah, but in fairness, again, I still firmly believe the majority of the reason why GTA 6 isn't currently out is because how sensitive our society is.
I feel like it is part of it. Definitely part of it. And this could be a tester, I guess. Kind of like test the waters, how well received and shit stuff will be. But I do think that they have GTA 6 in development and stuff.
People who think they don't are a bit slow.
Yeah, and I do think and would prefer them to really wait and have this perfect. Like I would wait 4 more years for this to be just absolute perfection when it comes out, than get it now and be shit, you know. So that's my thought process.
Speaking of remasters, if I was to say Crysis to you,
yeah,
do you know that there was a remaster that released?
No.
Yep, that really flew under the radar for me as well. It just randomly got dropped. There was nothing about it. There was no like,
which
here's the
original?
fucking The original one, yeah. 2 and 3 got like the original one, Crisis 1 got a remaster not too long ago, and it looks brilliant. It did, but
Oh,
they
it's a remastered
just released the other
trilogy.
two.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just released two of them. I was like, here you go. And we're like, cool. Thank you, I guess. Where did this come from?
Yeah, that I never even like. Yeah, this was not announced or anything like.
No, just randomly plopped out.
Oh, yeah, here you go.
Yeah, there you go. You got a remaster of Crisis, apparently. I
Yeah.
would have thought that would have made more headlines.
You would think so because Crisis was big, you know. It definitely was big.
Oh yeah, Crisis One
So-
like was infamous for destroying graphics cards, and people who could run it were like were proper equipped. And then obviously Crisis 2 wasn't as sought after because the game company. I'm still a bit annoyed at people with Far Cry 2 because, or not Far Cry 2, Crisis 2,
Crisis 2.
because they were like, oh, it's not as good because it's not breaking your laptops and stuff. I was like, okay, I get that, and I get you're probably a bit annoyed that it's not PC exclusive anymore, but it's a smart idea for the company to make money wise.
Yeah, to
and
go
that's
all
kinda
out
where that
for
goes.
everyone. Yeah.
Actually, I just prompted a memory of mine, which is going to be really funny to me, and that is PS are losing one of their core exclusives, pretty much. It's not going to be a true exclusive anymore. It's coming to PC, and that's God of War.
Oh, is it? That's big.
Yeah, that's fucking hilarious.
That's massive. Like
God.
PC really is in the situation where Xbox and PlayStation could really just go, ah, yeah, go on, release it on PC as well, and PC's just like, yeah, I'll have best of both worlds here.
Yeah, just okay, sure. And then they just get released on it.
Yeah, the PC do sometimes have the best of both worlds. Yeah, that's kind of big actually. So is it gonna be just the new God of War, or like all God of War are going to PC?
No, but it looks as if it's just. Actually, I don't know. It's a good question. God of War PC port. Let me see if I can see that. I just put in God War. God of War PC. Yep, there it is.
God of War.
Let's see if it's all of it. Come on.
Yeah, because if it is all of them, that's even bigger.
So it looks like it's just 2018
Okay,
that's
so
coming to it.
the most recent one. And I would assume the new one will come out too.
Like, I would assume.
I would assume so too.
Sound like PC. This has been a fucked episode for some reason.
Why?
Because like there's major delays on either end of our fucking things. This has been a delightful interrupted series, or well, yeah, series, but episode in particular. But yeah, so it looks like God of War. Oh, it doesn't look like it is. God of War is coming to PC, so that ends a major exclusive for PS, and I'm pretty sure Horizon Zero Dawn is also on PC.
It is. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
So that is not an exclusive either. So they can't call that an exclusive.
Yeah.
Like we can't call Halo an exclusive, but look, Microsoft own Xbox, so it'd be stupid for them not to put on a PC.
Yeah.
Is Gears of War on PC?
I'm pretty sure most Xbox exclusives are on PC as well.
Oh yeah,
Especially
I wouldn't
now
be
with
surprised.
Game
Yeah,
Pass and
PC
stuff.
requirements. Yeah, so you really got a question: is there such thing as a true exclusive?
Anymore, probably very few things are true exclusives. I just want to live in a world where exclusive doesn't exist. The word exclusive just isn't a thing anymore for games. Like,
Yeah.
just you would make so much more money. Like, I know why I know the point of making exclusives, to get people to buy your console over another one. But just if you were just to make all these games for everyone, then you would have a lot more sales, a lot more revenue, and the possibility to make even better games.
Look, we've been running through this for a good few things. I'm just trying to see what are what true exclusives are available. Exclusive just to Xbox and Series X. So this might just be Xbox. The Ascent is already here. Um, but they're all just going to be smaller games. Well, Halo Infinite's going to come to PC as well. Um, Scorn might be, but see, this is the thing. I don't know if there's just any actual such thing as a true exclusive anymore.
Probably not. Probably not.
Because even when I click into this PS5 versus Xbox Series X exclusives, which one has the best exclusive games? The first two is Horizon Zero Dawn and Xbox, and neither of them are actual exclusives because Horizon's on PC and so is Halo.
Yeah. Yeah, I say the only like proper exclusive is probably like Spider-Man or something. That is only on PC on PlayStation. You can't get that on PC.
PC. Yeah, I assume like Spider-Man Miles Morales is just it's on PC. Yeah, no, it just kind of gives you.
I'm sure people have ported it,
no, yeah,
but like.
No, yeah, there's part of ports, but not legally.
Yeah.
Okay, like Deathloop is not a full exclusive, and I hate how people keep saying Deathloop is an exclusive. It's not. It's a temporary one. Yeah, time exclusive. Horizon is not an exclusive anymore. Oddstorm isn't an exclusive. Returnal I don't think is an exclusive. Well, that might be.
Maybe Bethesda games might be exclusive, but then again, no.
No, Bethesda games
on PC.
aren't either because they're also on PC. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Halo Infinite isn't.
Yeah.
I don't know the others. So, Dark Tide. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Will we move on? We're out of time.
Okay, then we might as well link both games and TV or movies into one nice old
Swift
bundle of Uncharted has gotten our first trailer in, and oh no.
Okay, you say oh no. Why oh no?
Oh no, because it does not look good.
Look good.
Have you seen the CGI of him falling out the fucking plane? It doesn't look great at all. Like, I know it's supposed to be a prequel. I know it's supposed to be younger, everything else. It just doesn't feel right. They just kept focusing on him falling out the plane, and it really hammers home. Look at this one set piece from the game that's going to be the only thing we focus on in this trailer for reasons you don't want to know about, and maybe this fucking boat as well. Like, it hammered home. Like, we know the games, and I don't like that. I never liked that one because that's what fucking the Resident Evil movie series did. They were like, oh, we know the games, and they didn't. I still shamelessly love those movies, but I can admit they don't know the games.
Yeah.
It's what. It's the only thing that they didn't do that much in the new Mortal Kombat movie, which was say we know the games, which they seriously did in the older ones. Same director actually as the Resident Evil series. But this trailer was really like, oh, this plane scene from the second game, here you go. This ring, oh, here you go. This boat we're gonna show in distance from these games. So I'm like, okay, you're just showing me set pieces. Fucking, you're just gonna get the fanboys to go, oh, cool. Even someone I know who loves that series was like, yeah, I don't like the look of this. It just looks like they're saying pretty much what I was saying. So it's like, yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. But I also can't look at that scene of Tom Holland falling out of the fucking what looks like a C-17, which is a big transport jet, and it doesn't look good to me. Its CGI just doesn't look good. It looks so floaty and airy and just fake.
Because it is. No, I know what you mean. Yeah, I guess so. But the whole like they're trying to be like the games argument. Like they are made from games though. No. So like,
Yeah, but they are. No, I'm not saying they're trying to be too much like the games. I'm saying that they're showing only things from the games in this trailer.
well, yeah,
They're
because
literally just saying,
in the trailer, I guess they don't want to show you too much either, and they're just kind of trying to get people to go, okay, this is like Uncharted. This is based off the game, and we put in scenes that people will know from Uncharted to kind of make them go, okay, they're sticking to the game. This is good.
but if you stick to a game too much, you might as well just play the game.
I know,
If you
but
just recreate the game in a movie, there's no point.
then you could say if you are going to make a movie out of a book and you stick too much to the book, why bother? Just read the book.
Because a book is not a visual thing. Well, sorry, a book is not an on-screen adaptation of something. A book is words that's mostly accessible to people, but it takes a lot of time to read a book. A movie is a condensed version of that book. A movie is an even more condensed version of a condensed story of a game. Like an adaptation of a book to a movie is much different than a game to a movie because they're both very similar mediums.
I guess, but like
Sorry, I never made you speeches like that.
I guess
yeah.
no, because like you say, a book will take you a long time to read, but playing a game would take you 20 plus hours to finish. A book definitely won't
Again,
take
but
you
it's
20 plus hours to finish, unless you're a slow reader.
Oh, a good book will take it. No, it could still take it 20 plus hours to read. But again, it's two different mediums entirely.
I guess, but it is this. You can have the same argument for both. If you're gonna have one argument,
What
that
argument?
the argument that if it's too similar to the game, just play the game. But there's people that don't want to play the game and just want to watch the movie. Same thing with the books. There's people that don't want to read the books but want to watch the movie.
Someone who does wait. I don't know anyone who will want to watch a video game movie and not play a game.
Well, I've never played Uncharted. Never plan on playing
So
Uncharted,
you,
but I plan on watching the
so
movie.
you just want to watch this
Yeah,
movie.
I watched the movie.
Don't want to play
I've
the
never
game
played the game. I don't know anything about the game, and I'll watch this movie and then probably enjoy it.
because you're just gonna watch this an action movie though.
But I know it's based off a game.
You're you're gonna know it's based off a game, but you have nothing to compare it to. So you're just gonna watch it as an action movie.
Yeah.
It's you could say the same thing with the Resident Evil movies. You could go into it saying it's just an action movie, and you'll enjoy it in that regard. But for people who know the games, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, but you can say the same thing about the books. Like when Harry Potter's came out, everyone was like, "Wow, these are amazing." Barred a few people that read the books and were like, "What the fuck is this?"
But like even the people who read the books would still be okay with the movies. It just they left out stuff.
Yeah,
But like again, you keep going back to books. It's still two different mediums.
but it's the same concept at the end of the day.
It's two adaptations, I guess. But this is also not. It's not an adaptation of the exact. Okay, we're gonna go back.
Or like
in
a
circles,
manga,
aren't we?
right? Like a manga, you can visually see a manga or a comic.
Mm-hmm.
So why bother watching an anime show? We can just read/watch the manga because the manga's got
What do you
pictures.
have to do with a? Yeah, manga has pictures, but you have to first off. I literally have a manga here. They're €15 each. So if I want to go read a manga, I either have to find an illegal site or pay €15 per book in order to get it. So it's a lot more money. I have to get Berserk.
Yeah,
I have to what? It's going to be over €300 just to get the entire series of manga. If not, I find it illegally, which could lead to a whole lot of other things which we do not advocate. But if I wanted to watch Berserk, it would be a lot cheaper and a lot
Yeah.
easier and it's a different experience because you're sitting down and you're watching something. And it takes a lot less effort to look at something, even if it's in graphic novel form, because there's visual cues, there's sound, there's things that like help your brain to form the scene. There's colors in it as well. There's voices. You look at it and go, cool, this is all this different stuff coming at me. But if you're if you're reading
Yeah.
something and you look at books, your brain has to do a lot more, so that's a lot of effort for people. So if someone just wants to sit down and watch an anime or something rather than read the manga, it's a lot less effort for someone to try and decrypt things that happen in the manga, especially pictures, voices, sounds, anything like that, and will probably experience it better with the sound rather than having to read something. So a book being made into a movie is much different than a game being made into a movie because the game has all that sound, has all those voices, has all those different cues that's there, not the book. Well, that's immensely annoying.
I was answering when you finished. I started answering, and then you said loud silence. I was like, "Can you not hear me?"
Oh, fuck's sake.
uh, anyway, we'll pick it up from there, will we?
I guess if you want to, or
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, if you want to go for it.
Right. So obviously, little technical difficulty there, but what I was gonna
Not in the
say,
song.
what I was gonna say is that yeah, I agree with what you're saying. That there's a lot more effort, money wise, all that. But it's the same thing with a game. €70 for a game, 20 plus hours of playing. Some people just want to sit down and watch a movie. Same thing. You could just sit down, watch the anime instead of reading the books. You could just sit down, watch the movie instead of playing the game. So we can go back and forth all day on this. Video game movies will always have that divide of people that don't care it's a video game and people that'll just watch it for the movie and be like, okay, it's based off the game, but it's a good movie. And then people that play the game will be like, no, this is too much like the game or not enough like the game, and it'll just get slated. So just stop making video game movies.
Yeah, we can both agree at that. I still will firmly like reading a book and playing a video game will guarantee you very different experiences. So they're not the same thing. But look, again, we're gonna be swinging our fucking heads around the place trying to get this
Yeah,
done.
we'll never
But,
agree on it because we'll just go back and forth
no.
with points and it'll just never end. So, and movies, we got the most things on, so let's just move on.
Yeah. Okay. What do you want to go for next? There is one big thing that happened during the week. I want to like give a little PSA on at some point in this episode. But what do you have next?
Okay, the thing I was well, obviously we got the two big comic um companies, Marvel and DC, and we had one have the big event, DC Fandom, as we mentioned earlier, and we had a lot of release stuff. Like we obviously got the big one. We got the Batman trailer, which we're all very excited for. Did you watched it or did you not watch this one?
But no.
You didn't watch this one, okay. It was a very good trailer. Just got me more hype for it. I just cannot wait for this film. We also got a look at Black Adam.
Oh yes.
It looks good. It looks good. We didn't get much. We got like a 30-second look at him, so not much to base it off. I mean, The Rock is The Rock. Like, what can we say? Like, so I'll look for it.
He's rapping now.
He's rapping now. The man's doing everything.
My favorite things is him just going. Is people just saying that he's just doing side quests now after completing the first line.
That's brilliant.
Because he has.
He has, yeah. He's done it all. He's done acting. He's done singing. Now he's done wrestling. The man's yoked. He's done it all. But yeah, we got a little look at Black Adam. Looks good. I'm sure it'll be good. So that'll be interesting. We got a look at the behind the scenes of Shazam. That'll be fun. Shazam 1 was amazing. So that will be fun. We got a look at the new Aquaman film, behind the scenes again.
I
anger.
did see that.
Yeah.
And I did see the comment section. And
the anger
shit.
this has caused is unbelievable for one person. We all know the one person.
Oh, we won't even mention her.
Yeah, we won't mention her name. Well, you know, and just I don't know if it was Warner Bros. Being kind of like ignorant to the fact that people don't want her in the film and just put her in the thing anyway, or was it a thing of like, if you don't put her in it, people will be like, oh, she's gone, she's not in it, and then when it comes out, people will be like, ah, fuck this. So I don't know, they're kind of in a sticky situation. I mean, it's a quick fix if you ask me, but people weren't happy that she was in it. So that movie's
Yeah.
gonna tank. No, even if it's the greatest comic book movie of all time, it's gonna tank because of that one person. And I'm amazed that they haven't noticed that yet. But it is,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's certainly a huge.
People will
Oh, that's
boycott that
interesting.
film.
Sorry, yo, people definitely boycott it. I also love that people are. Let's go back to Uncharted just for a second. That people still think that Nathan Fillion should be playing what's his name, Nathan Drake in the movie, and I still agree. I just want to get that in there because it's still fucking hilarious to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't know what. Like, yeah, I don't know what the hell they're really thinking. Am I glitching out again? Oh, are we
A
okay?
little bit, but I can make out what you're saying. You can go ahead.
Okay, that's fine. Um, that like I don't know. You're right. I don't know if they're just like, we don't care. We'll just go for it, which is not a good way for a company to do anything.
No.
Like you really need to listen to your main source of income. In this case, this is your fans, and if
Yeah.
they're all going, "What the fuck is this? Why try it?
Yeah.
What? Why poke that bear? Why do something that you know is going to absolutely enrage people?"
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I really feel like I'm talking about fucking Activision and Call of Duty at the moment.
Yeah. Like it really is amazing how they don't listen. Like I'm pretty sure. I think there's a petition that got like 2 million signatures to get it removed, which for a
Oh
petition
yeah, it
is
was
a
crazy.
lot. Petitions usually don't get that big, but that was massive. And for them to just kind of ignore it was kind of bad. And like for like Aquaman was added the DCEU. I think it's DCEU, right? Um,
Hmm.
yeah, out of them, Aquaman was one of the better ones out of all of them. Aquaman was definitely one of the better ones, not the best one,
No,
but it
no,
definitely was one of
no.
the better ones. So this second one is very anticipated, and now you are shooting yourself in the foot because um, people are not going to watch this. People will watch. People that don't care or just want to watch Jason Momoa, they'll go watch it. But will be a lot of people that will just not watch this, and it's going to tank. It is going to tank.
It is, and it's going to be boycotted heavily. Or all this is going to make it even more of a bigger. Oh, that's cool. Um, just of a success because, again, the whole there's no such thing as bad press is still incorrect, but you're still going to get exposure for it.
Yeah.
So fuck knows what's going to happen.
Unless,
I'm excited to see what's going to
yeah,
happen.
the only way I see them saving this is if like she dies in the first 20 minutes in a very comical or gruesome way, and people just be like, you served us justice." um,
Oh, but that's equally going to annoy people. I know it is.
Maybe, but I think just her being in it is gonna really hurt them. But
Hmm.
and the other trailer we got was the Flash. We got a little teaser trailer for
Oh,
the
yeah?
Flash movie. I don't know how to feel about this yet. Um, so by the looks of it, obviously we're going into multiverses again. So kind of time traveling and stuff like that. And it looks like he is going to be playing multiple versions of the Flash. So they're not getting multiple
Hmm.
people to play the Flash. He's playing multiple versions of the Flash, which can go really wrong. um,
Yeah.
and then we obviously at the end we had the little silhouette of Michael Keaton's Batman, and that got people excited. And then at the end he's like taking a tarp over a car, and you just know it's the Batmobile from the Michael Keaton movies. So it is
Hmm.
kind of really leaning on the fact that Michael Keaton is there. I feel like they're kind of like, look, he's back,
Hmm.
which will play to a lot of people's heartstrings. Um, so I'm not sure. And there will be a
Yeah.
Supergirl in this as well. So, and then
Hmm.
Ben Affleck is in it. So I feel like too much is going to be going on in this film that it might just be too much, and shit gets left out. Just like the Justice League movie, the original one, there was so much left out because there was so much going on that it was bad. But when we got the like 4 hour version of it, where nothing was cut out, it was fantastic.
Oh yeah.
So it might be a thing like that again. That so much they're gonna try to do so much in one film that it'll just be too much, and they'll just get fucked. You know. But yeah, that was the kind of the main stuff on DC fandom. I think all night everyone was just waiting for the Batman trailer, and they made everyone wait till the very end. It was the last thing shown. I mean, I knew it was going to be the last thing shown. They were hardly going to show that first. But they did triple their viewership from last year's DC fandom. So the love for DC is growing. And now the other one, Marvel, had a lot of delays. Has delayed.
Is that not last week?
No, we didn't. It was just this week that just went.
Oh, cool.
So they delayed Doctor Strange, Thor, Black Panther, The Marvels, and Ant-Man and the Wasp. A lot of delays there. And I just want to touch on the comment sections on some of these delays. It's so funny because these delays announcement came out after DC fandom, and everyone's just like, they really saw that Batman trailer and decided to delay everything further. I just find that really funny. Obviously that's not the reason, but it is quite funny that people are like saying that is quite funny. Because Doctor Strange was meant to come out on March 4th, and then Batman was like, we're coming out March 4th too, and they dropped their trailer, and then Marvel were like, we're moving our Doctor Strange release to March 25th, and then they'd release the next trailer for Batman. They're like, actually we're going May 26th. That's a very big jump delay, but I think the general consensus is happy that the Spider-Man movie wasn't delayed. I think that's the main consensus.
Spider-Man movie.
And the last delay I'll talk about is the Indiana Jones film. Got delayed by a full year.
I do want, yeah, but what's the reason?
He got injured. he
hurt
his shoulder.
Do you remember the last movie that he got injured on?
Star Wars.
Star Wars Force Awakens.
He broke his leg in that. That is the danger you take when you have your main actors 80 years old.
Did he also, no matter how fucking old you can get, actually, that's going to bring us on to the next thing in a second, but not just yet. Did he get injured on Blade Runner as well?
Blade Runner, he could have actually, yeah.
I thought he did. I thought he broke his nose or something like that.
He could have.
No, please.
He might have.
Please type that in.
But it postponed for a year, till 2023. So that's a long way away now. Just because he has injured his shoulder, and I think he needs surgery on it. I'm not quite sure on the details of it.
Harrison Ford broke or punched Ryan Gosling in the nose. That was what it was. Or was it the nose? I can't remember. He hurt Ryan Gosling in something.
But, that's funny.
He walked into my fist. Was his? Yeah, that was it. Yeah. So
I love Harrison Ford.
I do love Harrison Ford. I know he's quite an older style actor. I know if you really look into all the escapades he's had back in like the 70s and shit like that, he's like, whoa, really? But he's absolutely fucking incredible.
Yeah.
And I love his reaction to anything nowadays. Is just give me.
Yeah, I was literally gonna bring that up. They were literally asking him like, why are you gonna do another Indiana Jones? And he was like, oh, because of the money. I fucking love his reaction now. I love that man. He's great.
Now, I think we need to discuss the big thing that happened during the week, since we brought up injuries just there.
Oh yeah,
we have to bring up the big.
I wasn't sure if we were gonna bring it up.
No, we are. It's not like an unknown thing, really. It's not like a big scandal or anything like that. It's just something that like has happened that I think a lot of people don't really know about and are freaking out about at the same time.
Yeah.
So what we're talking about is one of the crew members died on the set of
Rust.
a Western movie, Rust. That was it. After a prop gun misfire killed them, and a prop gun that was handled by Alec Baldwin fired and killed the director of photography on the set. Now, at the beginning, I had no idea what was going on, and I thought a blank round went off. Now, this is going to be my little PSA on blank rounds. A lot of people were questioning why blank rounds are even still being used if they're this dangerous. And this is the thing: blank rounds, in theory, are not that dangerous when they are handled correctly. And blank rounds, for people who don't know, are bullets that don't have the projectile in them. It has the top of the casing pinched in, and may have like cotton or wax to stop the gunpowder coming out.
Yeah.
Now, what blanks are used for in the film industry is to simulate a gun being used or being shot authentically. Now, people are questioning, why do that? Why not just use CGI? Now, in movies like John Wick, The Fast and Furious, or James Bond, most of the guns are at a distance. So when they shoot, all you need to do is put in the muzzle flash.
Yeah.
That's it. You need to put in the muzzle flash and the sound. That's it, and you're fine. That's at a distance, and using a fake gun properly, like that doesn't even have moving parts, so it's completely safe, is fine for a distance. But in a scene that's intimate and the gun is the main focus, here is what you want to be looking at. If you use, say, an airsoft pistol, this is what I'm going to make connections with. If you use a gas-powered airsoft pistol and you go up close to this gun, when the gun fires, you're gonna have to edit out the gas that comes out of the gas powered thing and replace that with a muzzle flash. That's just the main. That's like the basic thing. That's the thing people are gonna think about is just put in the muzzle flash up close. What you also have to edit in is the case coming out, which is going to be a crazy amount of editing to put in. You're also going to have to edit in. So you have to edit out any of the like markings on an airsoft pistol that show it's an airsoft pistol. Because legally, if I turn around to the ones I have here, there's markings on the airsoft pistols that show it's an airsoft thing. So an editor has to mark that out.
Yeah.
An editor also, if it's on the front of the gun, has to edit out the smaller barrel inside the gun so that you know it's not a fake gun. And if the gun doesn't even blow back, it has to animate in the slide moving back. And then you have to edit in all the dust, all the grime, all the fucking smoke that comes out with it. The amount that you have to edit in for a CGI up-close shot of a gun is going to cost you so much time and so much effort. It's ridiculous. You just use a blank and you make sure it's all safety. Now, my main issue with this is apparently the reason behind the death is because it wasn't a blank in the first place.
I'm reading here and it's saying that the assistant director who handed him the gun shouted cold gun. So cold gun means not loaded. Yep. Which it was loaded.
And not only was it loaded, it was loaded with a live round.
It was loaded with a live round. So it was shouted cold gun. So shouldn't have had anything in it. Not even blanks. It shouldn't have had anything in it. But
Nothing.
it had live rounds, and he didn't know about it. So because it was a close-up shot. Obviously, the person that died was a cinema. She was like the camera
director of
photography. So obviously she was there, and obviously the director was there. And when this gun fired, it went into her chest and hit the director in the shoulder. So a lot of things to unfold here. Like,
oh yeah,
the main one obviously is, why was it loaded when why was it loaded when it wasn't meant to be loaded? Second thing is, why, even if a gun isn't loaded, there should still be safety measures in place for things like this. Like, it's like when you're actually handling a real gun at a shooting range or something, and it's not loaded, you never point it at a person, you never point it at yourself, you always point it down the shooting range. You never point it anywhere else downrange, only downrange, loaded or not. So,
no matter what.
Why wasn't there more precaution here? Why wasn't there screens in front of them, or why weren't they to the side? Like something. Like a lot of things went wrong here, and obviously it ended tragically. And I feel bad for both the family of this person that died and Baldwin himself, because he has to live with this forever now, you know. So many things went wrong, and it just really makes you question, like, what really went on. Like, was this on purpose? Was this by accident? Why wasn't there safety measures in place?
Yeah, or the thing is, maybe there was safety measures in place, but there were safety measures in place for a blank.
Maybe, yeah.
So there must have been safety measures in there, because, like, okay, this is the other thing. People are calling out for these, like, why are blanks still being used if they're this dangerous? Like, people don't realize the last proper death that a blank could cause, that's famous at least, that was an accident or anything like that, was 20 years ago with Brandon Lee on the set of The Crow.
Yeah.
20 fucking years ago. That was the last time some major shit like this happened. There was probably a few other injuries,
but death,
a gun might have backfired or something. But a death, like, this is fucking like 2 decades ago because of this death, because of a blank. Now, people might question, how could a blank kill you? When a bullet goes off, there's a lot of gases that come out, and the force that comes out of that isn't put into a bullet, so it all goes into the person. And there's a story of a guy showing how safe blanks are, and he puts it up to his hand and he fires the gun. It burns a hole straight through your fucking hand.
They're dangerous.
They're dangerous. Not nearly as dangerous as an actual fucking bullet, obviously, but they can't still kill. But again, the last issue that something like this has happened was 20 years ago. So people calling out for this shit to not be used and for CGI to be put into place for this type of stuff really need to look into things a little bit more before they start calling for more expensive options to come into play. But you really do have to question, how the fuck did a live round get put into a gun, be then claimed cold gun, and then this happened? Like, really? What? The steps that must have been put through. Obviously the safety wasn't managed correctly. Obviously firearm safety wasn't managed correctly, and obviously whatever way they were shooting the scene was set up for safety parameters for something that they weren't anticipating. Obviously they were set up for the blank, not their live round. Oh fucking hell! Why there was even live rounds in play at all is crazy to me.
I don't know. Like, and it actually gets worse. Like, I'm reading some of the crew members that talked to some news sites, and like, one of them is saying, like, there was no safety meetings, there was no assurance that something like this would happen, and all they wanted to do was rush. They say that they've had 3 accidental discharges before this one.
Fucking hell.
That it was super unsafe. So, I mean, there you go. I guess that's the solution. People wanted to get it done because it is a low budget film. So I say they just wanted to get it done, get it out of the way, blah blah blah. And by rushing it, they missed those safety measures and safety steps, and which lead to something as tragic as this.
Yes.
I think that's, there you go. That's the answer. Like,
there's the answer. Safety. You gotta manage safety no matter what you're doing. Even in our, like, we do ecology, the amount of safety parameters that we gotta go through to go out into the middle of a forest just to pick a flower is crazy, especially if we're going to a different country. So the handling of a firearm on a set of this, and it just baffles me.
It does. Like, you wouldn't expect it nowadays. Like, you know.
No. Certainly
And like,
no,
especially because like they said, there, it is not the first time this happened. You know, and you think one time you get away with it, like, oops, we made a little bit of a mistake there. 2 times you're like, all right, lads, cop on. But 3 and then 4, and on the 4th something bad happens. I mean,
yeah. What do you?
I mean,
How you can't justify it
yeah,
like that.
and like, someone needs to be severely sanctioned for this. Whoever was in charge of safety needs to, you know, be sacked.
My apologies if you can hear the fucking Hoover. Read the room, damn it. Yeah, no, definitely. There has to be sanctions.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's coming up to my
Well,
door.
we're nearly done anyway. We're wrapping it up now.
No, I know, but this is a serious.
Yeah, like,
yeah. So look,
yeah, I
safety.
don't. People that are like saying he should be done for manslaughter and go to jail. You've no idea what you're on about. This was a freak accident, and if anything, someone else should be charged for it, because he himself doesn't like check the guns, make sure it's safe. Like, he just is given a gun and he acts. It's not like he fucking grabbed the gun and then just out of nowhere turned and shot someone for the buzz. Like, this was not like that.
At the same time, though, you think he should check the gun. Like, that's probably the only thing that's on him. Is like, okay, you probably should check the gun. Cause do you know the scene or the video of the cast of Bad Boys, and they were sitting around all the guns, and one of the guys picks it up and Will Smith hits it down and then checks if it's loaded.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, even though that gun has a dummy round in it, and of the what you call it, it even has the little tag coming out of it, and it's literally just been picked up in the slide's cock, he still checks it just to make sure.
Yeah.
So that's good gun safety. So I guess in this, if he was so pushed he didn't have time to check it, then you're like, what the fuck? But I guess, like, the only fault is he probably should have checked it in the end. But if he was told, he was handed this thing and said, nope, it's not loaded, here you go. And it was like, are you sure? He's like, absolutely positive, I'm going to handle it. You're going to trust the guy who has experience.
You would, yeah.
Even the same thing.
You would trust.
It's not his fault. It's not Alec Baldwin's fault at all.
No, 100% not his fault.
You would trust,
You would trust. You would just be like, I believe this guy. And like we said, especially if they were like, go, rush, let's get this movie. Maybe it was a thing like, this is what's going to happen to the scene. Okay, everyone good, everyone's set. Okay, here's the gun, cold gun, blah, 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 go. Like, there wasn't even time for him to like check it, blah, blah, blah. So it's tragic, but someone messed up big time here, because
some messed up big
health and safety stuff went out the window by the looks of it.
Yeah, no, we're way over time, so run that outro.
Yeah. Yeah, so make sure to follow us on Instagram, where we post movie reviews, and make sure to follow our YouTube channel, where we post Let's Plays every Saturday. And yeah, listen to the podcast on wherever you listen to podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, and all that good stuff. And we'll see you next week.
Bye bye.